Good morning and thanks for joining us on another week.
Hello, Copper.
Got a bloke that's just returned from the UK with half an accent and
Half a win.
half a win and all in worst taste in fashion. But how was your trip overseas, pal?
Very good. Wouldn't say trip of a lifetime. I think I mentioned that earlier in the year, going to Ballydoyle on Ireland, but gee, this is right up there. The facilities at Newmarket where we've been staying with Godolphin has been unbelievable. But not just that, I think just training tracks in general in Newmarket, and from what I hear, other parts of England are quite unbelievable. A breath of fresh air for an Australian trainer looking at what they can train on, and gives us an insight to what we may be able to achieve here with, I don't know, a bit of thought.
Much is made of the lack of prize money and the fact that basically racing's dead in England. I know you probably can't just be blinking to a Royal Ascot week, but what were your thoughts on the holistic sort of racing industry in the UK?
Spoke to a number of trainers. None of them complained. They're happy with what they've got. What they do have is a lifestyle. They start later. The stable staff seem happy, although I will admit it is their life. They don't have a lot more than racing. Part of racing and working is going to the pub most afternoons, or watching a game of football. But they're passionate about their industry, their sport and their life. Maybe they don't know what we've got here in Australia, but I take my hat off to them. They get on and get the job done, and they've got it pretty well worked out.
So you'd say we're in a pretty fortunate jurisdiction, is that what you're saying?
We are, but it's a better aspect of a horse's life over there than it is here. So I think there's things we can do better. I'll be doing my part to do that. And I don't think we should just be getting caught up in prize money. Find a way to improve facilities, training tracks, improve costs for the owners. It's not just about prize money.
What about conditions for staff?
I think wage-wise, conditions for staff here are very good. I would love to start later. There's no reason why the tracks at Rose Hill, Randwick, or at Farm could open at 6. Unless you're old and set in your ways and don't like change. There's no other reason for it. You say the tracks need to get maintained, what utter crap. They can get done at night time. There's a small minority working on the tracks, but there's plenty of time as there is to work on training tracks through the day, not to worry about working at night.
Fair play, yeah. Well said. Right, last weekend we had a good win in Sydney with Soviet Courage, a couple of the provincials, El Novio for Star Thoroughbreds and Diamond Solitaire for Mr. Harvey.
Chad Lever's doing a great job.
Chad Lever,
provincials.
Outstanding.
If you haven't had a chance to meet Chad, you will in the coming months. He's riding every morning for us, and he's riding all our horses in the provincials, and even the likes of today or Wednesday, he's riding Ashcan because he rode it so well and won on it first Australian start. So you'll see a lot more of Chad. He's not just a provincial rider.
He was the leading rider in South Australia for many years, wasn't he?
So give him a chance. If you get a chance to meet him, make yourself known. He's a decent bloke.
And you come awfully close in England.
Oh,
Tell me that experience. Was it compared to a Melbourne Cup when Kalini loomed up, or a Who Shot the Barm? And
it was one of those moments. It was only 50 metres short of the post that we realised that we were in trouble. The whole build up to the race was just one thing, and then just like any other race, the barrier's open, you're on your way, the horse is out on his own. Knew it was going to be tough then, but gee, looked like he had them beat at the 200 metre mark. We've been in that position a few times. We've been fortunate enough to win a lot of Group 1 races, but to get edged out at that time wasn't disappointing because it was just a thrill to be there, and you're caught up with the emotions. Going home that night, yeah, you think, oh, what if this happened? What if this happened? What if the horse was ridden differently? What if the horse was drawn better? Hey, but that happens in every race, Liam. And maybe we do get beat that far next year at Royal Ascot and the Melbourne Cup. You've got to cop it on the chin. And we've got to remember that we're on the other side of the ledger most times. We do win a few races by small margins. But the one thing I'll say, I was very proud of the way he presented, and I wouldn't have changed a thing. I think we just about nailed it.
Good. Let's get into a big weekend of
What about
racing.
you? Were you proud?
I was extremely proud. It was surreal to be watching a horse that you're involved with
He
racing
looked
at
good
Ascot.
coming up the straight. The white bridle, the black horse, the gold colours. He looked pretty sharp. Pretty sharp.
Did nothing for me account balance, but anyway, Libido's son in the first at Rose Hill, back at Rose Hill this Saturday. Backs up,
Ruxton, terrific.
narrowly beaten last weekend. Looks no reason why he couldn't win
No,
this.
he's sneaking up in the weights a little. But as you say, he's going really well. No reason why he can't.
Sir Marco and Loophole in the 1900.
Won well first up, Sir Marco. Geez, he's just thrived since then. And from a condition perspective, we don't work him that hard, so it's hard to say his work's improved. But gee, he is absolutely thriving. So that's a good sign, I think. And Rory's claim, 1.5, gets him down at 56.5. It's going to be hard to bowl. Loophole, that was his last win at Rose Hill. I think he'll suit Rose Hill Saturday. And I know we're tipping 2 in the 1 race, but gee, I think we're well represented. I think Loophole's a great chance.
Cawthon's Power in this third race. What's up?
Glenn Schofield's riding terrific, don't you think?
Yeah, I do.
So he's on
great.
Loophole, and gee, it's amazing to see these what we perceive as jockeys to be changing. They'll just say, oh, it's only the horses you're on. But I would debate that with them. I think they're like most sportsmen. They go in and out of form, and I think Glenn's riding well again.
Cawthon's Power, Hugh Bowman, race 3. Yeah, what can you tell me?
He's pending a sale to Hong Kong, so depending whether or not that goes through, he may or may not run. Horse as well. He'll appreciate a bit of drying in the track. It's a lovely day at Rose Hill on Wednesday, and hopefully it'll stay the same for the next couple of days, because we had some rain last week, didn't we?
Plenty of it.
Yeah, but he's going well.
3 runners in the Winter Cup. Dan Shy comes off an Ipswich Cup win.
He does.
Voodoo Prince comes off a second in the Stayers Cup, and Gosh comes off an unplaced run here a couple of weeks ago.
Well, she's second up 2400, and we've really stepped the workload up for her, and she's coped with it pretty well, to be fair. She's drawn well. She's won over 2500 metres in France, so distance no problem. Drops some weight. Yes, she goes up in class, but certainly drops some weight. You've got to say it's a weak Winter Cup. So
Oh my word.
I'd say any one of our 3 could win, but gee, based on Dan Shy's last start winning the Ipswich Cup, that was probably a more competitive race than this, I would have
Well, you'd
thought.
have to say the other 2 would have to improve a fair bit to win the race. Dan Shy would be well within his reach.
Well, Voodoo Prince has had his chances. He's coming back from 2 miles. Put it this way, there's no excuses for any of them. They need to shape up
For sure.
just to be chances at
Jeez, it's a
three.
bad race.
It's a bad race.
Not bad for
Which is
100,000.
great, 100,000. If it was, like we were just talking, if it was England, it'd be racing for 5,000 quid. So we've certainly got the prize money, but it's not all about prize money, it's about the whole product, isn't it?
3-year-old benchmark.
I'll just say something about Newmarket, which
Just
was
love it, don't you?
I do. They raced the same day as Ascot. Ryan Moore rode a couple of winners. Frankie Tahori rode a winner. They both went off to Newmarket. So it's like going to Kimbler, because it was a small meeting. They were basically class 4 and 5 races, so pretty weak. So like Class 1 and 2 races.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of their job. They went there. But
What, after the Ascot meeting?
After same day that evening.
So Friday night?
Yeah, it was. I think it was Friday night. It might have been Thursday night. Anyhow, cut a long story short, there were 28,000 people there.
Wow.
Sold out within 10 minutes of the tickets going on sale. Why? Because they're Kylie Minogue singing there. Kylie could turn up any day at Rosehill or Randwick, I reckon, whether it be a midweek or whether it be Doncaster Day. It'll change that 2,000 crowd into a 28,000 crowd. It'll change that 20,000 Doncaster crowd into a 45,000 Doncaster crowd. Do they make any money out of it? Well, I'm sure they don't do it for nothing. Does it create atmosphere? My word, it does. People are just talking about it, not just racing circles, public circles, which is what racing needs. Forget that people know about racing, they don't. Probably 5% of people know about racing or care have any significant care of racing. Get the rest of the 95% population involved. We've got the facilities, we use them once a fortnight. It's a joke if we can't fill up our places.
Very cool. Jeez, you're full of ideas and you shoot back at now. So let's go to the Duperman Kipling in race 5, the 3-year-old 1200 metre race, small field of 11 runners. Give me something.
Well, Duperman, Glenn suggested bringing back in distance riding quiet. That's exactly what we've done, barrier 2. Kipling, we chose the 1200 because I just don't think he's ready to step up and relax over further. So both drawn well. They're capable horses, just need to be finishing it off a little bit better, probably be leaning towards Kipling. It's hard to fault his last couple of runs.
Race 6, 1500 open handicap, You'll Never, Rugged Cross, Eigelstein. All three racing in excellent form. What do you think here?
Barrier draws probably hold a bit of a key. Eigelstein barrier 11, so he's going to find it a bit harder to slot in.
Yep.
Rugged Cross racing really well. I think a soft track's perfect for him. I know he's got great credentials on a heavy track, but not too heavy. So I think it'll be about right for him. He's weighted up to his best. I think distance is perfect. He's drawn to get a lovely run. And You'll Never, only knock on him is the big weight. I think it's fair to say the big weight cost him winning last start.
Yep.
Barrier 1 should get a pretty soft run. Hopefully there's speed on. The 2 races he did win at the start of the prep, Rain of Fair was in it and they really rolled along.
Yeah.
Race was lacking a bit of speed last start, so I see Gay's got one in there. She normally rolls forward and hopefully there's a bit of other pressure in the race.
Barry Miller and Sensualism in the mares race over 1500. Both coming off, well, Barry Miller's on a backup for 7 days and Sensualism 10 days.
I think they're
Couldn't fold either of their form, could you?
Both in career best form, or close to it. Both drawn a bit wide, late in the day. Couldn't see it being a problem. I think they'll be very hard to beat in the right race.
Race 8, Sedcom, Christy Lee, 1200 metres. Sedcom resumes. Christy Lee comes off an excellent first up run. Both horses have drawn well and truly out with the pie stand.
Christy Lee, would we wait for next week?
Yeah, I reckon.
No use wasting her. She gets back. She's going to get too far back from that game.
Yeah.
Sedcom. It'd be hard to have a lot of confidence for Sedcom if he drew barrier 3, would it? So I guess he runs with the big weight. He's come back okay. Christy Lee, she's racing well. Wait for the right race, I reckon.
Yeah.
See what happens. Anything could happen.
If she runs, she's fine. So. Melbourne.
Yes.
Let's do it. Flemington, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Abasso. Over a mile, heads to Melbourne, finds a better track, finds a better barrier, finds G Boss.
Well, he's in the right race.
I'd hate to see him if he was in the wrong one.
Yeah. This is a good example of prize money. It's a $40,000 race on a Saturday. So it's the VRC's idea of, I guess keeping their race prize money up, but introducing an extra race on the card. Now, like it or not, you still get the same amount of runners in the race. Now, it's not great for owners. You can't have all $40,000 races, but it's putting an extra race on. There's now 9 races. It creates turnover. Saturday is the big day of turnover. And
9 races is the way to go, I reckon.
I guess so. Yet, I'm just coming back from Ascot. And there's 6 races, and the dead set was great, but obviously in Australia the betting turnover holds the key. So from a punter, he wants 9 races, doesn't he?
6 races, I agree. That meeting they hold at New Zealand, Karaka meeting, like that's brilliant. Twilight, late in the afternoon, you get 6 races, you bowl them over, and it's like 2020 cricket, really.
It is.
People love to don't want to be there all day on a Saturday, I guess.
I guess it's a great way to introduce new people to a meeting if they're just quick fire races.
Short, sharp, 30-minute gaps, bang them out. Right, Voodoo, Prince and Black Jag in the Banjo Patterson Heat 5, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Voodoo's going to stay in Sydney, I think.
Yeah, Barry's 16 down there.
Black Jag just got given the G-Rouse from King Callow last start. I don't think there's any reason why he can't do it again.
Just a little bit more weight. They won't let him get away with a soft run. Not that he had a soft run. He did it tough.
He did it tough.
So whatever takes him on will be probably doing himself justice. He's a bloody good horse.
He's a real good horse.
He needs to be ridden the right way, and Callow, as you said, got it right last start. So they'll know they've been in a race if they take him on Saturday.
Yeah. Liberty Island, he's also head down there for the 3-year-old 1600 metre race. Damien Thornton claims, brings his weight down to 58.5. Another horse looking for better tracks, but his form would warrant to be competitive in this class.
Yeah, most definitely, and it's great to have the 2 stables to give us that option. And he's eligible for a bonus down there. I think the Super Vobus or a Vobus. They're pretty hard to work out.
Yeah,
but he's eligible for one. He's going good, and he'll love the big track, and he'll love a mile. Be hard to beat that. Damien rides good.
Rides very good.
Really good. We've had success with him before.
Amavaccio. Just muddled up these runners, haven't I?
I do.
Blinkers on, 1400 again. Damien Oliver.
Brad Spicer loves Damien Oliver.
Loves Damien Oliver.
Fair enough.
I don't mind using a bloke that's trying to win a premiership.
Yeah, it happened a bit.
Yeah,
once.
Yeah, first time.
Once. So Barry 9, he looks well placed, doesn't he? 1400 but short.
It was like when you got caught with Tatiana. That was the first time, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
Be the last time. Be the last time.
Right, Amavaccio, hard to beat. Yes.
Yes.
Sets up nicely for the winner champ final over a mile.
Yes.
Good stuff. Mademoiselle drawn wide, finds a better track down in Melbourne. She went alright down there when she raced down there last time.
Didn't win, but
raced pretty well.
Yeah. I think Boss rode her a couple of times down there and we had apprentices on her as well. So awkward gate. Her work's improved since her last couple of runs, which have been disappointing after a good first up run. Let's hope she can get back into some form.
Right. Good stuff. Get into it. Saturday, punters. Enjoy. Try and back a winner. Or don't. And
Cheer 'em home.
cheer 'em home. Like the Gordons do.